Hey guys, I'm Alicia and welcome to my channel, Know the Truth. Every day we are bombarded by lies, but it's time for truth to prevail. So welcome to my channel. So, if you've listened or watched my channel, you know that we always start by getting in the Word of God. We got to put our armor on, guys. We got to put our armor on. It is Saturday and we still need to put our armor on. Because you know what? War doesn't rest. The enemy doesn't rest. He doesn't. He doesn't. He is always on the prowl. Jesus said he's always on the prowl looking for those to devour. So we have always got to put on our armor. So I'm going to put my armor on. Why don't you go ahead and put your armor on? So we're going to start right now in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 11. 10 through 18. Okay, so Ephesians, are y'all ready? You got your Bible? All right, let's go. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally. Sorry, that's the Health Ranger telegram. Yeah, the little dings and all that stuff that you hear, I apologize for that. That is my telegram, and it is just going mad dog crazy with all this intel and all this information and stuff for me to thumb through and, research and figure out who's telling the truth and who's not. And it's a long process, y'all. It's a long process. That's why sometimes I don't get on here until late at night, because I'm still working on, getting all this intel for you and stuff. Hey, I did want to share with you as well that I will be sharing a special video on my channel. I'm going to upload it on YouTube, and it's also going to be on Rumble and Brighten On. I am going to share with you Scott McKay's interview with Christopher James that he did last night. This interview, oh my gosh, if you guys went and listened to Bishop Larry Gaiter and it blew your mind and your socks right off your feet, this right here, this is going to make you madder than you have ever been mad. I mean, everything that's going on should make you really mad, but this is going to make you mad because this right here breaks it all down. This right here, this interview that I'm going to share, it is a must watch, and everybody and their mother needs to be watching this. So Scott has given permission to go ahead and share it, but I do not whatsoever want to take that away from him. So it is going to be his original video, and I'm just going to put it on my channel, forward it. Y'all can watch it. Please watch it. Okay, he's going to be talking about common law and how to defeat the deep state through common law. This is huge, y'all. This is huge. This is how we're going to get it back, y'all. This is how it's going to be done, because look, if you watch, the courts are crumbling. Okay, they're crumbling. Why? Because we're taking our stand. Okay, the Supreme Court is the most powerful court in the United States, and it is so deeply corrupted. And so therefore, we're taking them down. God gave us President Trump to do so, and it is happening. So y'all need to listen to it. I'm telling you, if there's no other two videos right now to be watching and to listen to, it is the interview with Scott McKay and Bishop Larry Gaiter. Okay, because that breaks down the truth of who's involved, why it's happening, and where we are today, and why we are where we are today. And then this interview with Christian James talking about common law. Okay, that one was yesterday's. The other one was the day before. You can find him on his Rumble on Patriot Street Fighter. They are up there as well, but I am going to go ahead and share it. It will be on my Rumble. It will be on my Brighten On, Know the Truth. One of them's Know the Truth Life. The other one's Know the Truth. I think Brighten On is Know the Truth Life. And then I think Rumble was Know the Truth. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, things aren't just not happening. So much is happening. We need to be praising the Lord for what is happening. We need to be praising the Lord because he's shining his bright light. I've told you this time and time again. This is what I see. I see the heavens have opened. Okay, this is the vision. The heavens have opened and God is shining his massive spotlight on this corruption. The Evergreen ship, that was not a coincidence. That was ordained by God. Okay, he put the right people in the right place. And I'm going to tell you right now that had he not done that, that ship would have blown up. It would have blown up. It had a nuclear weapon on it. It was designed to detonate if it was compromised, which would have taken out a massive chunk of that area, a massive chunk. But thank the Lord, because he gave wisdom and knowledge to the people he put in place to stop this from happening, to reveal what is really truly going on. And this is what we're going to talk about tonight. That's why the picture is up on the screen. Okay, so we're definitely going to get into that. We're going to get into some other things too this evening, but I just wanted to alliterate and absolutely make sure that you guys understand the importance of watching and listening to these two gentlemen, Bishop Larry Gaiter, as well as Christopher James. Okay, huge. I was listening to it, and you know what he was talking about last night with common law and all that stuff, and a lot of the problems that I have been dealing with throughout my lifestyle as an adult. When he was talking about, man, I could have took it down instead of losing what I've lost, and I have lost so much. And so yeah, I was listening to it and I was in tears, because I was like upset because certain things could have been prevented that was taken away from me if I would have known this. But we have to not be upset. We have to not be mad at God. We have to not any of that stuff, okay? Because God is allowing these things for a reason. And we have to go to him and be like, okay, what is the purpose in this? What am I supposed to learn through this? Because there's always something that we're supposed to learn. And we need to be grateful, because now we're being taught this. Now we're being shown this. Okay. So we need to just let the past lay in the past. It's dead, it's buried, it's gone, it's up in smoke. Okay. Let's concentrate on the here and now and today, and let's not fester on the past stuff. Let's meditate on God's word. Let's meditate on what's going on right now. Be in the here and now. So, we could go forward, because we constantly, one of the biggest problems that's going on right now is everybody's living in the past. We got the BLM screaming at the top of their lungs about slavery. You know what? My freaking family was a slave. Okay. I have ancestors that were slaves, so let's not even go there. Okay. And we can't control what people in the past have done. So, y'all need to move on and forgive them, because your hatred and your bitterness and your pride and your arrogance and it's got to stop. You can't move forward. You're stuck where you're at because you refuse to just move forward. Stop living in the past. Stop living in the past of your family. Stop living in the past of your ancestors. Stop it. You're not there living it. We're in the present right now, and stop listening into the lies. Stop listening to the lies of the fake president and all this stupid racism baloney. Okay? Because it's others who call racism. Okay, all this stuff never existed. Look it up. Do some research of when that word officially actually showed up. Okay, and who actually created it. Y'all need to, I'm telling you, you need to do your research. Stop listening to the lies. Stop listening to the virus media. Stop it. Go and listen to these two interviews, and you'll get an eye-opening and see things that you've never thought were actual, possible, and real. And I'm telling you, it is. Okay, I would not be sharing this with you if it wasn't true. Okay, so anyway, let's put on the armor, because we need to do that. Sorry, I went off on a rabbit trail, but so it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places, which are here. Okay. And so this is the fight. This is the war. Okay. So therefore, take up the whole armor of God, not your brothers, not your sisters, not your moms, not your dads, not your best friends, not your child's, yours, given to you by God. Okay. It's God's armor for you. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. We are living in the evil day, guys. We have never seen such evil and darkness as we have that we are seeing today. I'm sorry, I'm so tongue-tied this morning. It is definitely Saturday, and I'm really, really sorry. I am tongue-tied. I've got so much going on in my brain right now with all this stuff, and so I gotta try and separate it out so I don't, weave them in with one another, and so I just I want to go 90 miles an hour, and so I'm trying to keep myself from doing that. So let's go. Let's do this. So therefore we'll be able to withstand in the evil day. It says, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having girded your waist with truth, having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, take up that shield. Take up that shield. Take up the shield of faith, with which you will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. And take the helmet. Put that helmet on, y'all. Put it on. Put that helmet on. Take up the helmet of salvation and put it on. And the sword, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Okay, which is the word of God. Praying always, always. Pray without ceasing. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful to this end with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. Okay, we need to be praying always. All right. Okay. So, yeah, we're in a war, y'all. We're in a war. Okay. This is a spiritual war like no other. That's why it's so imperative that we put on this armor. We need to be doing it in the morning. As soon as we wake up, man, we need to thank the Lord for this beautiful day that he's given us, and be grateful for the breath that we get to breathe because he chose to wake us up. And then we need to put on that armor and be ready, be ready, and then just be like, hey, Lord, guide me today and protect me today, and use your armor. Use your armor. In God's word, use your armor. Ask the Holy Spirit, to be poured upon you, fill you up. He'll give you the knowledge in God's word. Hold on just a second. Precious, come here. Come here. Come on. Come here, please. Yes, I know. The door is open, and so you hear all the racket outside. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So anyway, yeah, we have got to make sure that we are protected. And you can't even imagine or fathom the things that the Lord protects you from every single moment of every single day. We can't see it. It's all behind the curtain. We cannot see it. So there is so much more. And we need to be so grateful because of what the Lord does. Sorry, guys. Stop it, please. Yes, you got to stop, please. You know the rules. You're barking. You're barking. Where's your manners? Yeah, where's your manners? Yeah, because they live here too. You're not the only one. No, those doggies live here too. So, all right. So I was talking about, those videos and stuff. Yes, go, if you haven't, go get up there, go watch it. Like I said, I'm going to share this one with Christopher James. I'll have it up tomorrow for you. And I'll let you guys know on Telegram. If you are not following me on Telegram, follow me on Telegram. It's at Know the Truth Life, at Know the Truth Life. You can also find me on Rumble and Brighton On. And I'm also on YouTube. I'm on YouTube as Know the Truth 2, and Know the Truth 3. So I think I'm out of YouTube jail for my Know the Truth. So start posting on that one. But I'll upload them on. All right. All right, let's get into this, guys, because this is serious. This is serious. So as you can see, before I go into that, let's take a little side note real quick. Okay, we're going to go on this little side road for a moment. All right, so the world is mourning the loss of Prince or King, whatever you want to call him, Philip, right? Because yesterday it was announced he passed away. Well, he actually has been gone for a while. The truth of the matter is that they couldn't hide it anymore. And so therefore they finally had to release a statement. Both him and her are gone. The Windsor family is gone. All of it. If you go listen to Bishop Larry Gaiter, he alliterates the 13 heads have been chopped off. What we are seeing here today, folks, are not them. They are clones. They are robots. They are holograms on television. And even in person. I mean, the Pope is dead too. And it's been proven him standing on the balcony was a hologram. So, also there are men in masks. Okay. Because if you look at some of the pictures and the videos of fake Biden, whoa, that is a serious mask. Okay. Because he's seriously white on the face. And then you've got this weird rubbery thing coming around his neck. And then if you look at his hands, they're seriously white. But then if you look further up his arm, because he's stupid and doesn't know how to cover his fakeness, but you see the darker skin underneath. But y'all, it's a joke. It's all a game. There's a picture. Okay, this has been posted. It's been released. The truth about him getting on the plane, falling down the stairs and everything. There is no plane. There's no plane. It's all green screened. I want to show you the picture. It is on my Telegram, but I want to be on the screen today. So anyway, it is. You've got the steps, that lead up to it. And you've got some people standing there and stuff like that. But the blue screen is lifted up on a hydraulics, and the green screen. And I was saying that too. I was saying that too when I was watching. I was like, something isn't right, because as soon as he gets up there, he always does the same thing, and they always go in the same way, and the guy is always sitting in the same place, but nowhere else. But when you look at this picture, it makes so much more sense. It makes so much more sense because there's no freaking plane. There's no plane. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's all a movie. It's all scripted. Okay. This is all a joke. Those executive orders, they're non-void. They don't exist. There's nothing written. He legally cannot sign an executive order. Okay. I'm telling you that right now. He cannot sign an executive order. The only thing that is causing everything to go the way that it is because one, we have the demons of the media, which we have got to get shut down. Okay. Number two, because people are still in the dark and they believe the lie. Once they wake up and realize that it's a lie, then they won't do it. Okay. They cannot enforce something that doesn't exist. All right. They're not registered. Okay. It's all fictitious. It's all a lie. Every single bit of it. Those executive orders do not exist. If you watch him actually sign them, there's nothing written on them. And that is not his signature. So, you know, it's so frustrating. It's just so frustrating. It's a joke. And they're laughing at us because of it. But see, they don't think that we know. Because, but then again, Alexander, I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm gonna spell it Solzhenitsyn. He says, this is him quoting, "We know they are lying. They know they are lying. They know that we know they are lying. We know that they know that we know that they are lying. And still they continue to lie." Isn't it like that Friends episode? You know, that Friends episode with Monica and Chandler, you know, and with Rachel and Phoebe. They know that we know, and Joey, do they know that we know that they know that we know? I mean, you just say that 10 times fast, you know what I mean? This is what it is. They don't think that we know, but they know that we know. We know that they know what they know. It's a tongue twister, because this whole thing is a twister. It's insanity. It's absolutely insanity. All right, let's get off of that trail. Let's get back on the main road here, okay? All right, so as you can see according to the picture, this picture, gosh, it just breaks my ever-loving heart. I'm gonna try to do this, y'all, without crying, because this is where it's at. This is the reality. This is what's going on and has been going on. Like I said before, I mean, this is centuries. And it says that $32 billion in profit is generated by the human trafficking industry every single year. I wish that there was, we know, and I have stated this as a fact, that just at the border alone, that the smugglers make $14.4 million a day bringing these children here. $14.4 million a day. You know, I just saw a video of this little girl. She was 7 years old, and her story is that she was wandering in the desert, in the Mexican desert, coming over here. She had a number on her, a phone number, and she came from, I think somebody said Honduras or something like that. Met this other group, was traveling with them. She's 7 years old, guys. 7. I saw the interview, and so she kept saying that number was her mom's number, and then her aunt, and that she was in South Carolina, that she's looking for her mom. Not one time did this person who was reporting this speak actual full truth about this. Sure, they showed the video of the interview and, you know, and stuff like that, but they didn't speak the full truth. That child believes that she is looking for her mother. But the truth of the matter is that child, that number, that information is actually going to be going to a pimp in South Carolina, to a house where all other children go. In that area. But see, this is what nobody's talking about. This is what nobody's talking about. Nobody is talking about what is happening to the children now. Sure, they're sitting in those facilities, but they're not there for very long. Now they're busing them into other places. Where do you think they're going from there? And why is it that they're busing them to these places of pedophilia? California is a pedophilia state. In and out. Oklahoma, because of its highways, is the biggest pick up and drop off on this side of the country because of its highway network. They're kicking foster kids out of homes to bring in these children. Guys, this is serious. This isn't about, oh, we're protecting them and all that stuff. This is not about their protection. They are sending them to all these different places because after they get to those different places, they'll be handed over. Some of them will end up underground and you'll never see them again because they will be sacrificed on the altar of Satan. And then the adrenochrome, adrenochrome. Oh gosh, guys, I'm sorry, I can't speak today. Anyway, the harvest, and dude, the wickedness is not hiding anymore. Newsweek came out with an article, and on the cover was a picture of an old lady and holding up a picture of her as a young lady, talking about they're discovering that could the fountain of youth be from the young? I was sick. Oh my goodness, I was sick. You got to be kidding. They're not hiding it anymore, guys. They're not hiding it anymore. Celebrities that are still alive, because most of them are gone, they're not hiding it anymore. This is a sick, demonic, it is sick. And we just sit back and we just go, well, they'll take care of it. Those kids will be okay. They're getting a housing and food and all that stuff. They're undocumented. Do you know what that means? That means they're not in the system. That means that they are dead according to the system. They don't exist. So therefore, they could take the undocumented and throw them all over the place because nobody can track them down. They don't exist. And this has been going on for far too long. You guys remember the massive earthquake that ripped through Haiti. There's a part of me that believes that that was man-made. Here's why. Because the Clinton Foundation was all over it. What happened? They have been smuggling and taking children from that place. Heck, one of her advisors was freaking arrested for child trafficking. What does that tell you? Though Clinton is dead, and who we see is her short, stubby, no good clone. Okay. And and now we have Evergreen that has, and the Chelsea. I'm sorry to say this, but we need to stop trade. We need to stop trade. And I don't care if this makes corporations mad and all this stuff. I don't care. It is time to go back to American made. It is time for people to have jobs in America doing the American thing, providing and blessing the American people. Who knows? Who knows? But God himself knows how long they have been using the trade system and the cargo ships, probably since day one, to transport children and women and slaves and weapons and drugs. But yet, why is our ports allowing this to continue to go on? These are the questions that we need to be asking. Why are the ports not investigating everything that comes on those ships? That's what needs to be done. Fine, you want to bring stuff here? Then we're going to investigate every single thing that you put on those ships. Oh, but here's the answer. Because it's blood money. Money speaks louder than anything else on earth. That's where the corruption is. That's where it lies. You pay somebody enough money, they're going to keep their damn mouth shut. I guarantee it. But thank the Lord, man. Thank the Lord. Because now he's shining his spotlight on it all. But see, now that we know the truth, God's saying, what you going to do with it now? So we got to be doing stuff. We have to do something. We have got to rise up. It is time to take the cabal down. Listen to this. This was the Washington Examiner. Listen to this. I'm not going to read you the article because it just not going to happen. But I will read you the little blurb. That was a part of it. This is Joe Biden's former transition team member, Andrew Lorenz Strait. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Lorenz and Strait, something like that. Now, the beneficiary of this $87 million contract, our government is profiting off this illegal immigration. $87 million for what's going on at the border right now. Listen to this. Government contracts are supposed to be awarded through an open, competitive process outlined in the federal, golly gee willikers, equestrian regulation. Information obtained through the federal pressure, we'll just say the FPDS, okay? Indicates that ICE never opened the contract to outside companies and organizations, but went with an internal candidate who had significant inside connections. This is ICE, y'all. ICE. $87 million. Guys, over 8 million children go missing around the world a year. That it's probably more today because this is back in 2012. That the Wall Street Journal reported that 8 million, that is an estimate of some 8 million children go missing around the world each year. We are in 2021. I'm guessing that number has probably spiked to a good 10, 12, maybe even higher, especially those that are undocumented. That Evergreen, that was no accident. That was no accident. Okay. They're reporting, oh, a sandstorm made it too hard for the ship guys to see, and that's how it ended up in the corner. No, it's not what happened. It was intercepted. The bomb was deactivated. The nuclear bomb, the nuclear weapon. And 900 million, 900 billion, 900 billion in trade a day was lost. I think that was what did it come down to? 400 million an hour. And there was massive backup. So they're still trying to get the ships all in and out of there from all the backup. Guys, this is no joke. This is serious. They have found so much already in that ship, or in that cargo ship, as it is in those containers. Dead and alive. Men, women, children, slaves. Possibility of a massive amount of adrenochrome. They were probably performing even there on the spot. Yeah, you look at these massive ships and all the cargo and stuff, and it makes you wonder, man. It questions what in the heck is in those. Well, now we know, because this isn't the only one, and it's not going to be the last. More and more of them are being discovered. We're just not hearing about it. Heck, they found on, what was it, 15, 16 of them, just alone behind the Evergreen, that were carrying weapons of mass destruction and other such things. That's enough to make you sick. And we just sit here in complete silence. We just sit here and we just go, they'll take care of it. They'll take care of it, all right. Kill him. I mean, what if that was your kid? It very well could be your kid. No, it's not just the girls. It's the guys too. In fact, oh gosh, the homosexuality rampant. Pedophile. Ugh. Pedophilia is real, guys. And it's happening right in front of your eyes. Right in front of your eyes. Twitter shuts down all conservative sites, but yet lets pedophiles, point blank, talking in detail of what they do to little boys and girls. On Twitter, on Facebook, on all the social media platforms. It's right in front of your face. Stop denying that it's happening. And I don't even know. Just stop denying it's happening. That pisses me off more than anything. Is that you cannot deny the truth in this, but yet you're ignorant and refuse to believe the truth. Well, I don't want to deal with it. Well, tough. I don't want to deal with it either, but it's there and we have to deal with it. It's a fact. And President Trump knew. And that's why God put him there. And we got to be praying for our men in arms, because they're down there in the tunnels. And they're all around the world trying to rescue these children and these human trafficking victims. Man, you guys, it's not just neighbor deep. I mean, this goes all the way through the elite. This goes to the, it could, you know, be the sheriff, could be, I'm not saying that it is, could be the sheriff in your town, could be your mayor, could be your senator. Dude, this is real. And of course they have to have their fallout guys. So boom, they throw their fallout guys out there. And next thing you know, you hear about it. Who's being arrested for it? Thank God they arrested Podesta. That sicko. That video at Pizzagate. Him screaming and hollering at that child. I wanted to figure out a way to get in there and beat the living tar out of him. So glad he's gone. Ugh. If you haven't heard it, don't listen to it. It'll make you so mad. This is how they treat them. This is what they do to them. They rape them, they scream at them, they beat them up. They dress up the girls like little whores. You know, I was into, like, you know, dancing and all that stuff. I love dance. I love to dance. It's to me, it's an intimacy that is just very special. But, you know, as I was watching the industry, now let me go backwards a second here. I'm not talking about getting jiggy with it type dancing. Okay, with the intimacy part. I'm talking about what dancing used to be. Okay. But you know, as I was watching the industry and the clothes and the behavior and the lyrics and the songs that they were choosing, I was horrified. Because what was going on is they were parading these little girls in these skimpy little outfits, gyrating on stage in front of what could be pedophiles, smugglers, because anybody could go watch. Nobody would have known if that your kid wasn't even there if you had a kid. Are you kidding, guys? Pay attention. Pay attention. Cheerleading, all that stuff. Pay attention. Open up your eyes. It's not what it used to be. Protect your children. Because no little girl should wear pounds and pounds of makeup and flaunt herself on a stage the way that they do. And I don't care if you get mad at me, oh, they're just pageants and all this stuff. No, they're not just pageants. Because if you really knew what was going on behind the scenes of these pageants, the modeling world, it's all the same. Modeling world's a prostitution ring. Oh, did I just say that? Oh, yes, I did. I've seen it. You won't believe some of the stuff that they do. Guys, this isn't a joke anymore. We can't just sit back and be like, la-di-da-di-da, and turn a blind eye. $32 billion in profit is being generated through this. But what's worse is they're sacrificing them. These poor children at the border. Oh, sure, Biden's spending how much on $400 a night on hotel rooms. And who do they have watching him? Gang rapers. They're raping them in those hotel rooms. Don't believe me? Go down there and bang on the dang door, knock the dang door down. I guarantee you'll walk in on it. Shame on these hotels too. You know, I've stated this time and time again. I mean, there's been a number of interviews and stories released. Real stories, not the fake news, because they won't talk about any of this. Of these little kids talking about what has happened to them. Makes you just want to throw up. They're after our kids, guys. In the school system, they're turning them into robots. You know what? I heard a conversation. I was part of the conversation, but I chose not to say anything because sometimes you have to pick your battles. And then sometimes it's just not the proper time or the place to discuss such matters. Okay? But there was a conversation going on about certain things that were happening. Okay? This child, you know, likes, she's very opinionated and thinks that she knows everything. She's a child, okay? And the parent, just rides along with it because unfortunately it is what they've been taught. And it's a snowball. Your parents taught you, their parents taught them, you're teaching them, you're teaching your kids, their kids are going to teach theirs, and so on and so forth. It's a big, huge snowball. Okay, it's a chain, one link after another after another. It's time to break this damn chain. Because nobody does research. Everybody listens to what they hear, and that's all that matters. Nobody does any research anymore. Nobody questions anything. This is what I've been told to believe, so this is what I believe, and I pass it on, and then that person believes the same thing, and and stuff like that. That's why we're in the mess we're in today, because we have a lot of kids, a lot of young adults who don't know nothing about nothing because they're not taught anymore. Okay? And like I've said before, my generation is pretty much the last generation that was taught most of the truth. Now, there were some things that we were not taught. It started the heavy brainwashing. But the millennials and the Gen Zs, and I don't even know what they call the next one, and so on and so forth. Most of the stuff they don't know. And they're sitting here throwing their temper tantrums and yelling and screaming at the top of their lungs, the stuff that they don't even understand. They're making fun of past generations. They're calling us stupid and that, we didn't know what the heck we were doing and all this stuff. Oh, really? Were you there? You don't know anything. You don't know the truth of anything because you refuse to listen to the truth. All you do is listen to your tell a vision because it's a tell a lie. It's to brainwash you to believing that this actually happened when it didn't. And so then when we try to correct them, then they throw a fit and they beat us up and they call us conspiracy theorists and they call us liars and on and on and on it goes. And now we have Black Lives Matter and we have Antifa because they don't know anything. They don't know anything. They are doing what they are programmed to do. Anyway, back to the conversation. Well, so she started talking about certain posts and things, one about the gun and another about the migrants stuff at the border and everything else. That there was a part of me that wanted to turn around and be like, you have no clue what's going on. You don't understand that they're gang raped. You don't understand that they are being sold for thousands of millions of dollars to the highest bidder. You have no clue what is really going on over there. And then, of course, it went into the gun thing. And so the parent was like, well, that's why there was a shooting in Texas just hours after the speech of fake Biden. She didn't call him a fake Biden. She called him what everybody else calls him who are in the dark. And I wanted to turn and look at her and be like, oh, and she says, that's why everybody shouldn't have I'm like, there's the brainwash. There's the brainwash. First off, our Constitution states that we have a right to defend ourselves and carry arms. It does not state what type of arms to carry. It also states that it shall not be infringed upon, which means no laws, no bills, no hidden agendas, no any matter of gun control can change that whatsoever, because it shall not be infringed upon. So, second, you don't have a right to dictate to me what I can and cannot own. There's no law that states otherwise. So, I have a right, a God-given right, to protect myself and carry arms. And I have a right to choose what to carry. Number 3, this person throws in that because of what happened in Texas and the other shootings and all that stuff that is taking place is why gun control or the removal of guns or whatever should happen. No, folks, because 90% of those are those that don't abide by the gun laws anyway. Where are these these shootings taking place? In the strictest of gun control law states. So your perspective, honey, is wrong. And you need to turn your perspective around and look at it as what is really it is, which is false flags. And here's the kicker. Fake Biden is in bed with China. Okay, has been. Now we know that this is not the real Biden. The real Biden is dead. He was executed. So this fake Biden is most likely a robot or a clone from China. Okay, so he's in bed with China. So ask yourself this. We know that the CCP was here, was getting ready to invade come the fake inauguration. We know that they planted bombs to prevent what was supposed to happen. And we also know that they've been found in the tunnels underneath DC. So here's the question. Here's the thing. I was talking about this morning. Why do you think that they're pushing this gun control and the removal of our guns? If Biden is in bed with China, China wants to take over America. Why do you think that is? Because they want to invade. They can't invade if we are protected. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to remove our protection. Boy, I got news for you. That ain't gonna happen. So I'm telling you right now, y'all, rise up. Rise the heck up. Open up your doggone eyeballs and see what is actually taking place. It is time to wash your brain. because what you're being told is a lie. You are a sheep in their sheepfold being led to the slaughter. And it's time to take your stand, rise up, and defend. This is our country that we have fought to keep. We have fought for the freedoms. And we need to continue to fight. We are the only free country, truly free country in the world. And they hate us for it. They have been trying to take down America ever since America became America. And even before. Excuse me. Why do you think that we were stabbed in the back and we were lied to and sold to the highest bidder and was forced into the corporation of America? Our birth certificates, those are what is, how did he put it? They are banknotes. This is according to Christopher James. They're banknotes. If you read, they're banknotes. There's a number on them. That number is for Wall Street. Each and every single one of us are bought and sold on Wall Street. Why do you think they're going to wipe us out? Then it ain't no big deal. Because all we are is a number. They believe that they can do what they want with us because we're property. No, sorry. I didn't get to choose that. And I have a God-given right to choose what I do with my life. If I choose to become a slave or, or such, then that's different. I do not comply to this garbage. I will not comply to this garbage. But you guys do your research. Go listen to Christopher James. Go listen to Bishop Larry Gaiter. Man, I have fought my entire life. I have fought to survive my entire life. I have been through a lot. And after listening to Christopher James, it makes so much more sense why I am having to fight so hard. I have lost some of the most precious things in my life because of the system, the corruption of the system. And I didn't know my rights as a human being as well as my rights under common law. Because if I would have, then I wouldn't have lost the thing that I lost so dear to me. To corruption. And be placed in corruption. Like I have said before, we cannot live in the past. We have to go and live in the moment and then plan for the future, though God guides our steps, because he knows what's best. But we need to rise up. We need to do our part. We need to take our stand. Because what they're doing is inhumane. This vaccine is not a vaccine, people. It is an operating system. Look it up. I've played it on my past videos. I have played the female whistleblower. I have also played the interview of a gal who is embedded in the vaccine making, and she spills the beans in this interview of exactly what this is. Go listen to my past video. It's at the end. If you think I'm full of piss and vinegar, well, then you go find out for yourself, or continue to live in the darkness. Because I'm here to be a light. I'm here to spread the truth. And God says that we are lights of the world. I'm not going to go and fill your head with a bunch of lies. That's what they're doing. And I've been awake far too long. Now I'm still learning some new things. Absolutely. Like I learned about the common law. And then I learned, let me tell you. Oh, that interview with Bishop Larry Gaiter. Wow. I learned some new things and saw things in a totally different light. And biblical light, you guys, not worldly, biblical. Because I've stated this time and time again, this is not a war on just our nation and the world. It is a war for our very souls. That is why it's so dark. Everything's being done in the dark. I'm going to play something to you. Okay, you've probably heard this a lot of times, a lot of times, a lot of times. Talking about the Khazarian mafia. Okay. All right. Here's the truth. There are two types of Jews. Okay. There's the good Jews, which are the Hebrews. Those are the Israelites. And then there's the fake Jews, the Khazarian. Okay. What is going on has to do with the Khazarian mafia. Khazarian, I said that wrong. Khazarian, yeah. Okay. These guys are not Jews. These people are not Jews. Okay. They're not. They are not Jews. So when somebody refers to, oh, the Jews, they're not talking about the real Jews. Okay. They're talking about the fake Jews, the ones that call themselves Jews. Okay. The Messianic Jews, the Khazarian mafia. Scott calls it that. I love it. Anyway, even Larry Gaiter, Bishop Larry Gaiter said it too. I was like, what? No, seriously. Okay, they're from this place called Georgia, and they're not real. They were actually kicked out of their country. Dude, y'all need to do your research about what the Holocaust was really about and who Hitler really was. Okay, and what he was fighting against. Okay, and then you can look and find the corruption and why it went down the way that it went down. And you'll also find that the Nazis never disappeared. Okay, like they said they did. Oh, they killed them off or whatever. Okay, they're the ones that are running a lot of the ship right now. Okay, look, I'm telling you, do your research. Okay, get your books out, get on the internet. We are blessed to be able to get all this information. Yes, there's bad things, there are good things and everything. But this is a good thing. We need to do our research. God gave us a brain for us to use it, not to be manipulated and brainwashed. That's why he's like, what does he talk about in the word? Don't be a drunk. Why? Because it impairs your thinking. It is a sin to be a drunk because it impairs your thinking. He does not want our brains to be manipulated by anything, substance or a person or information. He wants us to know the truth and live in the truth. So we have to constantly take our thoughts captive. I've talked about this many times. Lock them up, interrogate them, ask them every single question, and then ask Always, always, always ask, is this something that the Lord would say? And 90% of the time it's no. 99.9% of the time it's no. So can you throw them in prison? Burn them. Cast them. Give them to the Lord. Let him deal with them. We need to be renewed by the transforming of our minds. Anyway, so here is a video straight from the Khazarian Mafia. And this is what they have said to us. Well, he's declaring it to the Jews, but there's another one that came out, and I got to find that one, that actually declares it and what they want to do to the Gentiles. Guys, this is seriously real. This is not fake. This is real. Okay, it's like a little over 2 minutes long. So we're going to wrap up with this, and I'm going to try and see if I can find the other one. Probably won't, but at least you'll get this one. So I'm going to play this one. So give me just a second. Let me get it loaded up. Right. All right. You ready? There's nothing to really see. It's just these two guys who are the Khazarian Mafia, and one of them looks like a Jew, but that's about it. They're just standing at a podium, so there's nothing to see. So that's why I was like, I'll just play it for you. Okay, so listen to this. Come on.
It is clear that anti-Semites have declared war on the Jewish people. It is time for us to declare war on them. Today, we're going to stand in this house of the United Nations, and we're going to be a light, not just a light unto the nations, but a light unto the world, so the world can see and know that anti-Semitism is not just a Jewish issue, but it's a world issue, and beginning today, we're going to take whatever we can to eradicate it.
That's the way the Jews work. They are deceivers. They plot. They lie. They do whatever they have to do to accomplish their political agenda. And the American people better wake up to it really fast, because this thing is moving now. Members of the U.S. military are going to have to take a stand, just like they did in the 1860s with the Civil War. They're going to have to decide, are you fighting for the North or the South? Members of the government are going to have to take a side. Instead of North, South, it's going to be left or right, because of this Jew coup in the United States. And that's why I'm speaking out. That's why I'm putting everything on the line, saying this is a coup led by Jews to overthrow the United States. You have been taken over by a Jewish cabal, a Bolshevik revolution, and I'm going to tell you, the Church of Jesus Christ, you're next. Get it through your head. They're coming for you. There will be a purge. That's the next thing that happens when Jews take over a country. They kill millions of Christians.
These are the ones that are so bent with the whole homosexuality, the pedophilia, because they're satanic. They are satanic. All this stuff comes from the pit of hell. And we have got to rise up. We have got to rise up. And we've got to take our stand. And it's time for us to fight back. Wake up. We overpower them. That is why they're trying to come after us now, because they believe that they don't have very many people who are aware of what's going on. They believe that now is the time that they could take us down. But we overtake them by the billions. They have no power. That's why they run and hide in darkness. We have the power. God gave it to us. We are the people of the world. God gave us this world for us to enjoy, to live simple lives, to love our neighbors, to take care of one another. To be each other's accountability. He didn't give it to us to be like this. That's why I believe wholeheartedly that he is fighting for us, that he is exposing all of this. We are in a time of great darkness. But you know, God does his best work in the dark. God moves in ways. Woo! Things are happening, people. Be encouraged in that. If nothing else, in the things that I've been sharing, in the facts of these things. Be encouraged and know that things are looking up. Things are happening. Things are happening. I'm trying to find that video I was telling you about. So hold on just a momento. Oh, yeah, by the way, I don't trust Elon Musk as far as I can throw his butt. Okay, I don't trust him. He does not sit well in my spirit. The first time I saw him, whoo, no, my spirit was in an uproar, you guys. There's something that is not right about him. He may sit here and say that he's on our side, but if you look at some of the things that he's doing, the technology he's getting into and stuff, whoo, I call red flag, baby. I call those warning flags. No, nope. Listen to what he said. And he just said this in December. Listen to what he said. This is what he said on mRNA. You could turn someone into a freaking butterfly with the right DNA sequence. Why in the world would he say something like that? You know, he does not sit well with me. And I believe that the Lord has given me an ability to sense when somebody is not right. Like, it's just becoming more frequent. I mean, I wouldn't call it a gift, but it's discernment. You know, it's discernment. But yeah, no. And I've told many people, I said, you guys do not trust him. Do not trust him. There is something not right about him. Don't do it. Don't do it. He played Oklahoma like a fool, like a freaking violin. Don't. He is a cad. I think he's a hypocrite. Yeah, no, don't fall for it. Don't do it. There's something not right about him. There's something not right about him. Okay, I'm still trying to find that video. I'm hoping to find it. I thought it was, I didn't think it was this far up here. Anyway, it was a video of the Khazarian. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, so the Khazarians, by the way, they're descendants of Cain, explain that Gentiles, non-Jews, only exist to serve the Khazarian slaves. Now listen to what he says. Listen to this. Oh, I guess you can't hear it. What I can do is I can translate it. I would have to pause it every second because they speak so fast. Anyway, there's two Khazarian Jews, an older gentleman and a younger gentleman, and then the guy who's videoing this interview. And he goes, of course, there are Jews who don't act. What I don't understand is all the non-Jews are. How did you call them? This is the guy interviewing. Excuse me, sir? Beasts. If they have no direction, the word human refers to the image of God. He is the image of God. This is the young one speaking. That is the meaning of quote unquote human. This is the young one speaking now, not the old guy. We changed it, he says. Meaning the Jewish people changed it to acting more humane. You need to act like a human being, he says. But in principle, it is based on God. Okay, based on, okay. And people are based on God because we are in his image. So he called us human. The non-Jews are. God made them so they will. This is the guy questioning. Now the old guy says, serve the Jews. All the non-Jews that you see, this is the old guy again, all around the world, the billions, they exist just for the Jews' benefit. We don't see it, so we don't know exactly. Hold on. They're like talking amongst the two of them, and the guy's trying to figure out what he's saying. So hold on. Then the young guy says, today we are still in exile. So automatically, they don't yet serve us completely. Only partially. Each one of us will have, when the Messiah will come, each one of us will have, now the old guy, how many? Thousands, hundreds. This is the old guy talking to the young guy. 2,800 slaves, the old guy says. In the meantime, the Messiah is not here. So how do they serve us now? They build us cars. We don't know. Apartment buildings. They do everything. Who do they build it for? Us, the young guy says. They serve the Jews. There are also Jews who do that work. That was what the interviewer guy says. So the young guy comes back and says, hardly any. That was it. It was cut off. First of all, the Messiah was here. He was crucified. And then 3 days later, he rose. And then he descended into heaven. And he's sitting on the right hand of God right now. Second off, no, we are not here to be their slaves. God did not create us to be slaves. He says in his word that all men are created equal, not one is above the other. In fact, he hates slavery. Third, I don't understand their logic of thinking. It's almost like, you got the Islam who believes that it's okay to molest children, marry children, have as much sex as they want to. They believe that when they die, they're going to be met with virgins. Then you've got the Mormons who believe the same thing, in a sense, that they're going to be gods on planets and that they will have virgins and produce baby gods and such, and that Jesus is the brother of Satan. Then you have the Khazarian mafia who believe, it's just all the same thing. They all have the same. It's almost like it's almost like every single bit of is taking out of the different religions. Okay, well, religion is man-made. Okay, they were created by man. Quote unquote Christianity, Islam, Mormonism, that's a cult. The religions of the world are all man-made, but a relationship is God-made. So I loved what Larry Bishop Gaiter said in the interview. He said that we need to stop calling ourselves Christians and call ourselves Christ followers, which I call myself a Christ follower. One day I woke up and was like, you know what? I'm a Christ follower. I'm not a religion follower. So, and I totally agree, because we are Christ followers. We're not man followers. All these traditions and all these things that you are not allowed to do, or you are allowed to do, or whatever. It's all man-made rules. And that was what Jesus was bringing to the attention of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Look, you don't know because you're so wrapped up in your traditions, but yet you've missed the whole entire point. Look, I don't know about you, but I am nobody's slave but God's. Like, I am his workmanship. You're his workmanship. We are here for a reason and a purpose, but it's because he loves us and he gets great pleasure having a relationship with us. That's what he wants. He wants a relationship. So, everything that's going on, those that are in charge or believe that they're in charge is trying to take over the world with this NWO. That's all the Khazarian mafia. And if you look at who is involved in that, the Rothschilds. Okay, that number one right there. And they all are. If there's an interview that Soros did when he was younger, and he was talking about the Holocaust, and that he was supposed to be put on one of the trains, and he lied and was put with a Christian family. Excuse me, and he said this is what built his character. So you're telling me murdering innocent people is what built you to do what you do today? So you murder innocent people? Yeah, no. This built your character, really. This is what built it for you. Watching your family, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters get on a train forcibly and go get executed. Okay. Well, we see what kind of demon you are. Guys, we have got to rise up. We have got to rise up, not just here in the United States, but we have got to rise up all over the world. And guess what? That is happening. The media ain't talking about it. But if you get off the lies of the soapbox, you'll find the truth. Go get on Telegram. Go look at some of these things. You'll find the truth. Why do you think they're trying to censor it so much? Because they don't want woke people. They want slaves. They want programmed people. Just like Pharaoh in Moses' day. He was petrified of the people. He believed wholeheartedly that they were going to rise up against him and take over. So he murdered millions of innocent children. And that's what's happening today. Why do you think they stoop to such levels and work so hard to steal our election? Why do you think? Because they're afraid of the people. Because we know too much. We know the truth. See, God's word says the truth will set you free. Get into God's word. Go read it for yourself. You'll see everything that's going on right now in God's word. But pick your battles too with your friends and your family and stuff too. Because you can't win them all. All we can do is spread the seeds. Only God can open up their hearts and open up their eyes and remove the blinders. We need to be praying. You know, and I pray, Lord, save as many as you can. Open up their eyes. More and more opening up every single day, but open up more. Don't stop. Because we need to be woke. The church needs to get off their lazy butts. Stop compromising. Stop allowing homosexuality into your church, which is an abomination to the Lord. Stop allowing the pedophiles in your church. God called us to shine the light on their sin. We are shining the light on their sin. But instead you've caved because you're afraid. Stop being afraid. God says he didn't give us a spirit of fear. It is time for the church to do what God called it to do. And that is to rise up and take a stand. We have to do our part. We have to. We have to save these children. We have to protect our children. We have to do our part. But we need to be praying for the law enforcement because they have a duty that they have to do. And that law enforcement is what's going to help take all this down. But not enough of them are awake. So we need to be praying that they will wake up and see the truth and not be full of the corruption. That they would see for themselves the truth. So I'm going to leave you with that. Be of good courage. Be of good courage. Jesus said that in this world you will have trials and tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. That's in John. I believe it's in John. Maybe it's in Matthew. I get those two always mixed up. Anyways. God's still on the throne. He hasn't stepped away. He hasn't turned his back. Okay. He is still on the throne, and he is moving in ways you cannot even imagine or comprehend. His ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not our thoughts. Therefore, we do not need to be leaning on our own understanding in this. And God does not work in the realm of time. Time is here on earth. Time is not up there with him. Be patient, brothers and sisters. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. He loves you. He wants the very best for you. And I believe that in a matter of time, it's not going to be too much longer. This is going to start flipping over. More and more evidence is being proven in the election fraud. Microchips have been discovered in the voting machines in certain places. It's only a matter of time. Get on your hands and knees. Get in the battle. Pray. Rise up. Take your stand and fight back. But hold the line until we are called to action. And don't forget, go listen to the 2 interviews with Bishop Larry Gaiter and Christopher James. You can find both of those on Rumble with Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fighter, or I'm going to upload it as well for Christopher James. I'll have it up by tomorrow, if not late this evening. Okay? But you could find them on my Telegram, because both of those are have been shared on my Telegram. And you can find me at Know the Truth Life. All one word. Know the Truth Life. It's at Know the Truth Life. You guys, you can email me too. Feel free to email me at knowthetruth.life@outlook.com. That's knowthetruth.life@outlook.com. Okay. You can email me if you have any questions, prayer requests. I would be honored to pray for you, to take you to the Father. If there's something that you would like me to talk about that I don't know about, yeah, absolutely. Please feel free to email me. I really would like to get a website up and going, but I'm not sure if when that will be to get that up and running. But I love you guys. I wouldn't be here if the Lord didn't call me to spread the truth. I believe that we all need to be spreading the truth, because God gives us the knowledge, and we need to spread that knowledge. It's like I have a torch, and now I've passed my, given you light for my torch. Now you've got light. Now you need to pass the light. Look, we need to be completely lit up. This entire nation needs to be completely lit up. And I'm going to tell you right now that this Friday and Saturday, that's April. I don't know where I got August from. April, that is the 16th and 17th, I believe. Let me double check that real quick. 16th and 17th. Okay, there's going to be a massive event here in Tulsa. It is going to be, it's called the Health and Freedom Conference. Okay, we've got some massive bigwigs that are going to be there. Okay, and tickets are sold out, so you can't get them anymore. Sold out a long time ago. However, they are going to be broadcasting it live on Rhema. I think it's .tv. Or maybe it's Rhema Live, Rhema. And it's also going to be on Brighton On. And I can't remember the other one. What's the other one? Oh, stilltruth.com. Oh, can't forget Miss Ann. All right. So if you did not get your tickets and you want to be a part of this thing, let me tell you, you don't want to miss out. You do not want to miss out on this. So you can watch it live. There's going to be, like, Epic Time's going to be there. OAN? Is going to be there. A lot of broadcasting networks are going to be there. So you don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss being a part of this. There's 20 plus speakers, 2-day event. Y'all, this is going to be historic. I have been saying this time and time again. I believe in my heart of hearts and the prayers that I have prayed and the visions that have been seen. This is going to be historic. It is going to be epic, and it is going to be the light, or the flame that is going to set us ablaze. I believe wholeheartedly that light is starting right here in this very spot, in this very town, in this very place, and it is going to be consumed. And then after that, it's going to be passed on, and it's going to set this state ablaze. Next thing you know, it's going to set the nation, the states ablaze, and then it's going to set this whole entire nation ablaze, and then it's going to set the world ablaze. That's what I'm talking about. We need to be passing our torches. We need to be lighting up other people's torches with the light that we have. Spread the truth, people. We need to get people out of darkness. We need to get people out of the brainwash. We can't force it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Pick your battles. You know that just pick your battles, because we can't win them all. It's not our place to win them all. It is our place to spread the truth. Okay. And we just need to pray that the Lord will touch them and touch their heart and open up their eyes and reveal the truth to them, just like he just is revealing the truth to you. Okay. So the Lord be with you. The Lord shine his face upon you. And may the Lord give you peace. I missed a part of that. The Lord be with you. The Lord. It's Saturday, y'all. It's Saturday, y'all. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. This is in Numbers chapter 6, verse 20. It starts about 23 all the way to 26. All right, you guys go enjoy your Saturday. Oh, by the way, yes, we had some very, very wild and crazy weather here last night. We were under tornado warnings, brushed on through here. Looks like Louisiana has been hit with that storm, so pray for them and stuff. So praise the Lord. No massive amount of damage as far as I have heard. I don't know about Louisiana, but at least here in a Broken Arrow and along the skirts, I'm not sure how many and if any touched down here in Oklahoma. But I was at dinner, y'all, and we were warned. We were told early in the morning that these storms will produce some tornado warnings, but they said it was mostly going to stay around the south. But I was at dinner, and sure enough, when we were getting ready to leave, we heard the sirens. So, and then of course I was getting notifications. So you guys live in any of these areas, it is that time of year. So, take precaution. Make sure you've got, food on hand, batteries, clothes, blankets, whatever you may need in case power goes out, or, you have it, packed up in a bag somewhere in case you have to leave. So just be ready, because like I've said before, they have manipulated our weather pattern, and they're, trying to put forth their agenda. So they're already, they don't even know this because they can't predict this. I'm sorry to say, but only God knows the truth about this. But they're saying there's going to be 17 massive hurricanes. So, and they've already got the names all picked out and everything. So that's what I'm saying, you guys. just make sure that you've got everything that you need. Okay. Make sure. All right. I'll be praying and everything too. So you guys have a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy the wonderful weather wherever you may be. It's springtime. So, you know, things are blooming, grass is turning green, the trees are green and blooming. So I'm sorry for all the people that suffer from allergies. My heart breaks for you. And yeah, tomorrow's Sunday, so I probably won't be on here doing a video on Sunday. I've got a lot going on. I got Bible study this evening, and I normally don't get home from that until after midnight. And in fact, I need to jump off here. I've been on here for a long time. I'm so sorry. I lost track of time. I have quiches to make and lemon cookies to bake up for Bible study. So I'm gonna get off of here and stop yakking away. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.